don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What?
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, let's go!
They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Barkevious Mingo. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bell sheds him off. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it with Bell. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The tackle by Tom Johnson. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at the coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come on, tempo.
On second down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got Lockett. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
95. Hey, tempo.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third and goal, Wilson flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out come the Steelers. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Making the stop there, Tom Johnson. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
In and out, come on, tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Let's go.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Come on, tempo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now Wilson on second down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
They'll pitch it out to Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Dixon over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Penny, a 1st down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 47 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something had to win.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
14, run it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nazir Jones breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
You got 4. You got 4. 380.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines? The head coach?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger buying time to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Roethlisberger to the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 26, check 26.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it